In the summer, we have to see what happens. Will Cancelo stay at Bayern or will he stay at Manchester City? They still have to decide. The player, Bayern, Man City, but of course, keep an eye on La Liga because could be a return for Joao Cancelo. So, hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Fabrizio Romano here, as always, to keep you posted on the transfer market. And today, guys, we touch on something on Joao Cancelo, but also on something about Christopher Nkunku and, important to mention, Harry Kane. So, let's jump into it together. And so guys, I'm in Porto today for Champions League football. As always, I was in London. Today I'm in Porto. And here in Porto, I can confirm what Giantes with Gerard Romero reported about Joan Laporta, Barcelona president. He is in Porto. He was in the center a few minutes ago, just right before I was recording this video. Joan Laporta was there together with Barcelona director Matteo Alemany. And there will be this meeting with Jorge Mendes, the agent of many important players. We know he represents many stars around the world. He will be the new agent of Yamal, new talent of Barcelona and La Masia, and there will be a discussion, of course, with him for the new contract. Also Alejandro Balde, who will extend the contract with Barcelona very soon. So many discussions for players already at Barca, but also some ideas for the future of Barcelona. I wanted to mention something on Joao Cancelo, because Cancelo is now 100% focused on Bayern. We know he's doing very well. He had some games on the bench, then back in the starting 11 and performing with assists, with goals. So Cancelo is always a fantastic player, but he's on loan to Bayern with a buy option on 70 million euros. At the moment, no decision has been made on Bayern, on player side. They want to enjoy this moment. Cancelo wants to play. Bayern want to enjoy this fantastic player and then to make a decision at the end of the season, so right before the end of the loan. But what we can say is that I told you about Real Madrid for Joao Cancelo as a serious possibility in January, but then they decided not to proceed with that deal. But also Barcelona were discussed the possibility to sign Joao Cancelo in January, but it was not possible for Barca to proceed because of the financial fair play. So for Barcelona, it was not possible to proceed with that kind of deal. This is why Barca didn't proceed, not even in the talks with Jorge Mendes about Joao Cancelo. In the summer, we have to see what happens. Will Cancelo stay at Bayern or will he stay at Manchester City? They still have to decide. The player, Bayern, Man City, but of course, keep an eye on La Liga because could be a return for Joao Cancelo. So for sure, we have to see what happens with Joao Cancelo is one of the names discussed between Joan Laporta and Jorge Mendes, but it will also depend on Man City. Remember that Bayern have now the priority, and then Man City have to decide eventually the price of the player, because at the moment the buy option is 70 million euros. About Chelsea, guys, I wanted to clarify something. In the last 24 hours, we had stories on Christopher Nkunku. We also had some lie in the last few weeks on some media reporting of the deal not signed yet. No, guys, Christopher Nkunku is new Chelsea player. No other way. The deal was signed in December. Of course, was a pre-contract, but everything is signed. On player side, he had the medical in September last year. So it was not true that it was a medical for personal reasons. No, he did the medical for Chelsea, with Chelsea staff. So Nkunku on July 1st will be new Chelsea player. The deal is done. The player has accepted. The deal is done for a bit more than 60 million euros between Chelsea and Leipzig. So Christopher Nkunku can be considered Chelsea player for the new season. Many of you asking me about the official statement. Guys, I don't decide about official statements. It's about the club, but the deal is done. So let's see when they will announce, but for sure, Christopher Nkunku will become Chelsea player for the new season. No dubs, no clauses to break the contract. Everything is agreed, and Chelsea count on Christopher Nkunku. This is also one of the reasons why the deal with Mason Mount at the moment, new contract, is not agreed yet. So we said about Nkunku. We wanted also to clarify about Harry Kane, because guys, every day I'm receiving many questions and many conflicting reports about Harry Kane. One day we have stories on Harry Kane close to Manchester United. Man United want Harry Kane. On another case, we have Man United are not negotiating for Harry Kane and they don't have intention to sign him. What's the truth, guys? I can tell you what I know on the Harry Kane story. And what I heard is that at the moment on Tottenham side, no matter what happens with the coach situation, they want to extend the contract of Harry Kane. So they will offer him a new contract. They will insist to keep the player. They will insist to make Harry Kane the face of the project also for the future of Tottenham. And so they have no intention at this moment to let him go. This is the state of the things, but it's March. Of course, we have to see also what happens on player side. On Manchester United side, I can say that he's really appreciated by Manchester United. He's also appreciated by Erik ten Hag, so they really like the player, not just Man United, also other clubs around Europe. But the reality is that, from what I understand, Man United also know that Tottenham at this stage don't want to negotiate with Harry Kane. So the only way to see Harry Kane leaving Tottenham and joining Man United or any other club is for Harry Kane to decide and for Tottenham to tell Man United, okay, we want to negotiate. This has not happened at this stage. Tottenham want to keep the player, want to insist to extend his contract. So at the moment, there is nothing concrete. They appreciate the player, yes, but there is nothing concrete, because the only case for Man United or any other club to jump into the Kane situation is for Tottenham to say, okay, we want to negotiate. But at the moment, Daniel Levy has no intention to let him go. So we will see in the summer, but at the moment, the club position is very clear on Harry Kane. They will try again to keep him. And so guys, let me know your thoughts on Harry Kane, Joao Cancelo, Christopher Nkunku, many transfer stories. I wait for your comments. Here as always, like this video, turn on the notification bell, subscribe to the channel. See you soon with Fabrizio. Ciao.